Hello friends! So today I wanted to talk about a couple of different things that have been going on in the cruelty-free beauty community lately. A couple of things that have annoyed me and some new cool stuff. I didn't think any of these really deserved their own videos, so I thought I'd shove them all together and call it Vegan Beauty Chat Vol.1. So there may be more if if you guys like this. I don't know. Let's see. Anyway, I'm going to crack straight on with it, and I'm going to start with NARS. So I'm sure that you've all heard by now that NARS have decided to enter the Chinese market, which means that they're going to have to be subject to mandatory animal testing in line with China's laws. So they're not going to be cruelty-free anymore. I'm quite upset about this. I've only recently discovered a few of their products that I love. There seemed to be quite a lot of backlash from their fans, rightly so, it's awful. And they put out this Instagram post with some BS about them wanting to take their artistry to China, which is a load of crap, basically. They can dress it up any way they want. It's about money. They've chosen their profit over their ethics. And there's a pretty good post actually today on the British beauty blogger website, which I will link to in the description box below. And it seems like this has been coming for a couple of years, and it is a financial decision, obviously, very much led by the parent company Shiseido, rather than it actually being NARS's decision. But trying to like gloss it over with crap about artistry, I think, is kind of insulting to their customers and to anybody who is upset about a cruelty-free brand becoming non-cruelty free. Yeah, so there's that. I won't babble on too much about it. There's been loads about it over the blogs and everything in the last few days, so yeah. The next thing I wanted to talk about is dealing with beauty brands. So writing a cruelty-free vegan beauty blog, I quite often have to email companies. I ask them for vegan lists, I ask about their animal testing stance and policies, and sometimes they're great and they're really easy to deal with. So in the past couple of weeks I've had email conversations with Aveda and The Balm, Marks and Spencer's, Lee Stafford. They're all brilliant. They're so helpful, they're polite, they come back to you really quickly. And then you have other brands which skirt around the issues, they lie, they give you cut and paste responses, or they just stop replying. So 3 brands that I want to talk about. First one is Sleek. I've never had a good experience with their customer services in the years that I've been emailing them. Their customer service has always been pretty crap. They usually reply really quickly to a couple of emails and then they just stop. They just ignore you. And it doesn't matter how many times you chase them, they just ignore you. So the most recent example was I asked them for a vegan list because they used to publish one on their website and it's gone. And they asked me which products I was interested in, and I said all of them. You know, I write a beauty blog and I'm a member of quite a few cruelty-free communities on Facebook, and it's a question that gets asked a lot. And they said, oh, we're not registered with the Vegan Society, we can't confirm anything's vegan. So I said to them, that's fine, you know, most vegans probably wouldn't insist on certification. They would just want to know that there's no animal ingredients. You know, can you not say things are vegan because you're not society registered or because you don't know? And they didn't reply. I've chased them about 3 times. They're not replying at this point. This is typical of Sleek, as I've said before. So to me it says they don't know. There's a lot of ingredients. If you paste an ingredient list into doublecheckvegan.com, which is a brilliant resource by the way, you'll see quite a few things probably will come up that say could be vegan, could be animal based. And I think Sleek is one of those companies that don't know because they don't insist on it. The next one is Makeup Revolution. So back when they launched about 3 years or so ago, I wrote to them and they told me that the animal ingredients they used are obvious ones like beeswax, carmine, lanolin. So if I didn't see those things in a product, it was vegan, which I thought was brilliant, and I've gone by that ever since. I have promoted them on my blog, I've spent quite a lot of money on their products, and then I found out that they're telling everyone they can't guarantee anything's vegan. So I wrote to them to ask why. They said, which product are you interested in? I said, well, all of them, this is what my experience is. And then I didn't hear from them for like 10 days. So I chased them and they said, we can't confirm any product is vegan. I was like, yeah, I know. Why can't you? Do you just not know? You know, this is what I was told, kind of thing. And they said, yes, there's beeswax and carmine. We don't know yet if there's other animal ingredients in there. So basically, like I said before about the things that could be animal, could be vegetable based, they don't know. So nothing can be guaranteed as vegan. This is quite common actually. MUA are exactly the same, and also NYX. So those brands I won't be buying anything from until they sort this shit out and get a vegan list sorted. The last one is Collection. So a lot of people have said they're not actually cruelty free. They don't ensure their suppliers are cruelty free. So I wrote to them, I asked my usual questions. They came back with, we can't guarantee that suppliers have never tested on animals, because at one point, you know, all ingredients were animal tested. And I said, that's fine, that's understandable. Do you ensure that they don't supply now? And they ignored me. I chased them. And they said, oh, by the way, the initial email took a week to come back to me. I had to chase it. Then they came back to me and they just pasted a bit from their original email about the 2009 EU directive stipulates that new ingredients can't be animal tested. And I don't know, maybe they're fine. Maybe they are cruelty free and maybe that is enough. But I just feel like they're not interested in actually addressing my concerns. They're giving me the runaround a bit. They're cut and pasting their answers. And then I looked and they're on Logical Harmony's avoid list. So if a company's on her pending list or a grey area, quite often I'll email them, and if I'm happy with their response, I'll support them. But if they're on the avoid list, they're there for a reason. And with the way they're giving me the runaround, I feel like they're not a good company. So yeah, I'm not going to be supporting Collection anymore either, which is quite upsetting because I really like their concealer and their glitter liners. Anyway, so yeah, that's a few brands that I'm not going to be supporting anymore, and that is the end of my rant. Let's talk about fun stuff. Okay, so unless you've been living under a rock lately, you will have heard that Superdrug now has e.l.f. Excuse the crazy smile. e.l.f.'s been available in the UK for quite a long time, but only online. And then their UK distributor, the deal ended with e.l.f. and the only way you could get it was to order online, but it was shipped from America, so the shipping was more and it took ages and blah blah blah. Anyway, Superdrug has it now. It's online but also in selected stores, and I will leave a link in the description box to a list of what stores stock it if you're wondering. I've used e.l.f. for years, but it's been a while since I bought anything new, and what I've bought recently is the powder. This is the translucent sheer powder, and I really like this. I haven't tested it for flashback yet, but it's really fine, and like I'm wearing it today and it doesn't look cakey or powdery at all. I also love their under eye setting powder, which I hated when I first got it years ago because it looks like it's glittery, but it doesn't look glittery under the eyes. It's really nice. My favourite thing that I've discovered from them recently is this, which is their rose gold molten liquid eyeshadow. So it's a cream eyeshadow basically, and it dries down and it stays on all day and it stays shiny. It doesn't crease. It's really nice. I've got it on today. I do have a bit of a frosty eyeshadow on top of it, but it hasn't really changed the colour of it that much. So I've got this one in rose gold. I've got this one too in brushed copper. It isn't copper, it's gold, but it's still really pretty. I found this one did crease and kind of wore off. This one doesn't go anywhere. So maybe I need to try this one again with a primer. I don't know, we'll see. But I love these. And I also picked up their poreless face primer. So I see Vegan Beauty Addict talk about this all the time, and I believe she's got oily skin and I have dry skin, but I do have a problem with a lot of foundation. I have a problem with foundation sinking into my pores and looking terrible. My favourite primer is the Hourglass one, but that is so expensive. This is like a £5. And it's really nice. Liking that so far. Next exciting news, B has finally been relaunched. Actually, it was about a month ago. It is online, and also they are starting to roll it out to stores now, so you might find it near you. If you look on their Instagram, there is a list of the stores that it's going to be in, I believe. I'll have a look and see if I can find a link to that. I got invited to the relaunch, and I couldn't go. I never get invited to anything, and I got invited to that and I couldn't bloody go. But they very kindly sent me a few little products because I couldn't go, which I thought was super sweet of them. But they sent me this lip and cheek tint, which I looked at and thought, never going to wear that. That is brown. But I have tried it on my lips and it's really nice. It just feels like a very moisturising sheer lipstick, but I really like it. And I think when it comes to sort of autumn time, that would be a really nice cream blusher, which I do like a cream blusher on my dry skin. They also sent me 2 lipsticks. They're both the Luminous Silk lipsticks, which is like their satiny ones. They sent me this one, which is called Date Night, which is kind of like a brick red, brownie brick red, which is going to be perfect for autumn. And they sent me Angel Delight, which is like a real frosty light pink, which I'll probably only ever wear if I go to an 80s party, if I'm perfectly honest, or if I mix it with other stuff because it's too light for me. They also sent me one of their liquid lipsticks, one of their matte liquid lipsticks in the shade Lulu. I'm wearing it now and it's really comfortable. It doesn't feel like it's completely dried. Yeah, and it does transfer, and I'm not wearing any lip balm or anything underneath, so I wanted to do that on purpose just to see how well it did. But it's really comfy. Maybe because it doesn't dry down, it's comfy. I don't know. I find that the most comfortable ones are like the sugar pill ones that don't dry down. But I love this colour. It's really nice. So I'll definitely be trying more of those. And they've got a couple of foundation formulas, so I'll be trying those too. Another brand that's recently launched some makeup, again, it's a couple of months ago. I'm like so last season. Nip and Fab. Now Nip and Fab have a ton of vegan options in their skincare line. Not so much with their makeup. Quite a few pieces are not vegan, but this blush palette is. My brother bought me this for my birthday, and I'm wearing this colour today, and I really like it. It's really pretty. That is the shade Flamingo, I think. It's either Flamingo or Cocktail, not sure. I think it's probably Cocktail because that one's pink. I'm guessing that would be Flamingo. Yeah, so this is the 01 blush palette. Really like that. And I want to try their foundation because that looks pretty cool. Okay, and then lastly, and I don't have any products to show you, but I'm planning on ordering some. W7, who are known for making dupes of the Urban Decay palettes. In fact, I have one of them, but I'm not 100% sure it's vegan, so I won't show it. They've been a bit of a difficult company to deal with in the past, again, ignoring emails, not telling me, not being able to say whether things are vegan, blah, blah, blah. But they've just released a whole new vegan range called Very Vegan, and it is endorsed by the Vegan Society. It has the sunflower logo. And it's got quite a decent range in it. It's got a big eyeshadow palette and a few quads. It's got mascara, eyeliner, foundation, blusher, highlighter, bronzer, lipstick. You know, everything you probably need to do a full face, it's got it. So I'm definitely going to order some of that stuff and give it a try. It's quite an affordable price point, about the same as Elf roughly. And yeah, Vegan Society registered. So ride on W7, that's awesome. More brands need to do that. Revolution. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about. Talk to me in the comments. What do you want to chat about? How do you feel about NARS? And what do you think about Collection? Will you still buy them? Revolution, will you still buy them? Let me know in the comments or tweet at me, whatever you like. And please thumbs this up if you liked it, and subscribe because you know you want to, and I'll speak to you soon.